If peace was a leader, if peace was to be in the ballot paper in this general election, I believe every Kenyan will vote for peace. Peace will form the best candidate because peace will assure you that if you go to sleep at the evening, you'll wake up in the morning in a good state. If peace was to win in this general election, when you get out of your door to make sure that at least you get that little coin to go and buy that expensive unga and cooking oil that has been hyped in our country, at least you'll be sure of at least having a good moment. If peace wins in this general election, then everyone wins because peace is the most essential thing. And my question is this to fellow Kenyans. If you are a believer of peace and you love peace in our country and you would love and you would vote for peace in this general election, kindly find time to subscribe to my channel, like the video below, comment down below because I believe you have something that you can share with me. Let's take this channel to the different level and make it this a platform where Kenyans can be able to discuss their problems and discuss their development. Because I am Joseph, I talk about politics, I talk about economy, and I talk about development. Because those are the real things that really matters to every Kenyan. Those are things that matters not only to every Kenyan, but to every human being who lived in this world. Remember one thing, in most cases, leaders that we love in our hearts never wins. In most cases, leaders who means good for our countries never wins. And that means whoever we have on board in most cases is voted by the system, or the leader that we have on board in most cases is a person that majority, and we know the majority never intend good. And that means we always have a problem after the other. But my question is this, whoever wins in this general election, whether Raila, whether Ruto, or whoever else is vying for this presidency seat, that means a Kenyan wins. And for me, if you ask me, if a Kenyan win and a Kenyan loses, that does not mean anything. It's like nothing happened. That cancels each other's out. Whenever you go to vote out there for a Kenyan, know a competitor is also voting for a Kenyan. And if you can maintain peace, that is the most essential thing. And from my own statistics, it's telling me that peace is gonna win by over 75%. And if you are a believer to that, again subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. So I will ask you a very simple question. Can you imagine this? We do not have peace in our country. And what we have right now is what we call a hyped product or prices of products. Barely a lot of Kenyans can afford food. Right now, even Kenyans cannot even afford to change shoes, cannot afford to buy clothing like each and every time, or rather each and every time or a month or something of sort. We are having it hard this time round. I understand it's not only in Kenya but the whole world. Can you imagine that? We are from a crisis of pandemics of the coronavirus, and on top of that, we have a monkeypox hanging on top of our shoulders with a mantle. We do not know when it's gonna release the mantle and crush our heads. That means we are having it tough. And tell me, can we afford not to have peace in our country? If we do not have peace in our country, that means we are done. We are not assured that our generations that you are bringing up, if you guys have kids, if you know what I mean, we are not assured that this Kenya will be a better place. That's why I ask you kindly, when you go to vote out there, vote for the peace. Let peace prevail. Because if peace prevails, then everything else comes. Because there is nothing. It is better off, I always say this, it is better off to go to sleep hungry, knowing that you won't hear any gunshot, rather than you're full, but you do not have peace, because peace is the most essential thing. I remember, Uhuru Kenyatta in the last speech in the Madaraka celebration, he was talking of he has witnessed that there is a large number of single parenthood in our country. And that means if you ask them a lot of questions, if you ask them questions as to why they chose to be singles, in most cases they'll tell you they were looking for the peace of mind. If peace of mind can make someone to dissociate or to move or part ways with our partners, then tell me what violence can tell or rather can cause in our country. What I would advise our fellow Kenyans is this. Whoever you believe is sweet for the presidency, then go for that person and believe in this, that the other partner or the other person is going to vote for another Kenyan. Whoever wins is a Kenyan. I will repeat that once again. And if a Kenyan wins and another Kenyan loses, at the end of the day, it's like nothing happened. let the status quo maintain. Right now, as we speak, there is nowhere we can hear gunshot. Well, with an exception case of the Baringo County and the Legeo Marathon. So my question is this: let us maintain peace. Let us be our brothers and sisters keeper. Because if we do that, that is the most essential thing, and that can take us to the next level. Kindly, guys, I would ask you, if you today we were to bring here a Ukrainian from Ukraine and ask them what they would love as of now, they would ask you, or they will tell you, peace, not even food, not even development, not even roads, not even railways, not even air spaces, and such kind of a thing. They will ask you, they want peace. They would love to have peace. If you go to a hospital and ask those people who are sick, they'll tell you they want peace. That is true health. That means peace is the most essential thing. When you have peaceful, or when you have peace in your mind, then you can be able to think wide and broadly. You can be creative and create something for your own, to feed your family, to feed your colleagues, and to maintain that what we call development. Because the development cannot be there if you eliminate peace. That has to go hand in hand. That is the most essential thing. Whoever wins, peace has to prevail. And remember this, let's take this, shout out this thing and talk of, let peace win by 75% and let the candidates follow on that. That's my call, and that is my intention, or that's my preaching as far as this general election is concerned. We are remaining with the very few days to the general election. What I would advise you, let the remaining days to come be the source of the mobilization of peace. If politics, or if leaders can afford to mobilize people to go there and heckle for their fellows or their competitors, let's mobilize people and we call for peace. Let's have people who have been mobilized and are calling for peace, and that can be the most essential thing that we can ever have in this general election. Because I'm a believer, whoever wins, nobody will ever bring hunger in your house. Whoever wins, nobody will ever take your kids to school. Whoever wins, nothing changes in your life. If you sell charcoal, if you are a barber, if you are a salonist, if you are a teacher, if you are a doctor, nothing will ever change. What we'll ever ask for in this country is for peace and tranquility. That's the most essential thing. And I would ask you kindly, for the last time, subscribe to my channel, be a member of this channel, like this video so that it can spread to large group of people, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share me out to your people. And see you in the next one.